All right, please take your seat, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. All right. Can you hand me my thing?
We are about to get started.
I'm running.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Nidei Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Nidei Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. Tzidchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malachei Amlachim, Kadosh Baruch Hu. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לה יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לה יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
I am a Jew because it is a rich part of my heritage and identity. I am proud to be part of such a rich and cultural history. I find strength and inspiration in the stories of resilience and perseverance. Being Jewish means embracing a sense of belonging to a global community.
I am a Jew because I uphold our millenary Jewish heritage and I take pride in my Jewish identity. I am extremely thankful to share in the profound connection felt among Jews worldwide.
I am Jewish because it links me to a rich cultural legacy and a profound history, part of a resilient community that has endured and flourished despite centuries of adversity. Being Jewish is integral to my identity, influencing my perspective and interactions with the world.
I am a Jew because I partake in Jewish traditions. I am proud to be part of a religion that continues to evolve. I live a Jewish life and try to make a positive impact on society.
I'm a proud Jew because Judaism has given me the tools to improve my life and the life of others. I've been fortunate to have supportive mentors and enriching experiences that have shaped my identity. Through the weekly lessons and immersive trips, I've not only deepened my Jewish identity, but also learned valuable lessons in resilience, acceptance, and community.
I am a Jew because it's more than just a label. It's a deep connection to my heritage and ancestors. Being Jewish means embracing a legacy of resilience, wisdom, and moral responsibility. It's about honoring the sacrifices of those before me and carrying forward our shared values.
I am a Jew because my mother was. I am a Jew because that's the rule. I am a Jew because I value tradition. I am a Jew because it makes my being and governs my daily decisions. I am a Jew because I stand firm when the ground shakes.
I am a Jew because I was born this way. I was born on Passover into a loving Jewish household. I was taught responsibility, accountability, and teamwork, and I am still learning. My family, friends, and community have inspired me to be a proud Jew.
I am a Jew because I cherish the sense of togetherness my religion fosters. I love the unity and shared values I feel among other Jewish people. Being Jewish fills me with pride and motivates me to stand up for the people of Israel. Judaism provides me with a framework to be my best self.
I am a Jew because it is who I am. For me, being Jewish is about building relationships with people who share a common history, finding a safe place, being proud of my heritage, and struggles of my ancestors. My experience at Temple Beth Am has given me the opportunity to mark milestones and learn important values I try to live by.
I am a Jew because of tradition. I am a Jew because of history, because the community we have built is loving and amazing. I am a Jew because my parents are and my kids will be. I am a Jew because Abraham was, and I'm not going to break the tradition that we hold so dear to our hearts.
I am a Jew because I come from a tribe of the most resilient people in the world. I am a Jew because my ancestors thousands of years ago before me followed the same God that I do. I am a Jew because my people have survived thousands of years of oppression and still continue following the same ancient traditions that I follow today.
I am a Jew because I live by my Jewish values. I care for others and want to make a change in the world. I am a Jew because of my Jewish heritage and culture shape who I am.
I am a Jew. It is foundational in defining my existence, my family, my history, my values, my beliefs, and my soul. I proudly carry my Judaism deep in my heart, wear a symbol of Judaism around my neck, and think and live Jewishly every day.
I am a Jew because my heritage embodies resilience. I am a Jew because I carry a legacy of survival. I am a Jew because I embrace a history marked by struggles, triumphs, and the pursuit of justice. I am the proud son of all my forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Am Yisrael Chai.
I am a Jew because it is a part of who I am. As a Jew, I have the right to believe and practice my faith in ways that resonate with me. It means that even if others try to discourage me or discriminate against me, I will proudly remain Jewish.
I am a Jew because being part of the Jewish community is an experience rich with tradition, culture, and a strong sense of identity. It's a community that values education, family, and the collective memory of history. From the lighting of Shabbat candles to the gathering for Passover Seder, our rituals and traditions serve as a link to the past and a bridge to the future, fostering a deep sense of belonging and continuity.
I am a Jew because of my heritage, traditions, and values. I cherish the rituals passed down through generations. Being Jewish is a source of strength, belonging, and gives me a purpose that shapes every aspect of my life.
I am a Jew because embracing my Jewish identity fills me with a sense of responsibility to honor the enduring legacy of generations past. Being Jewish serves as a guide, fostering a profound connection to humanity and a commitment to justice.
I'm a Jew because of my beliefs and traditions. It's not only about going to temple or celebrating holidays, it's about feeling connected to the community and all of the Jewish people. To me, being Jewish is to stand up for what is right and to continuously learn.
I am a Jew because I can openly practice my religion. I stand with the Jewish people and Israel to safeguard the state and ensure the well-being of its people. I affirm my Jewish identity by participating in Jewish life with my friends, family, and even those who are not Jewish, fostering a loving community.
I am a Jew because it defines all aspects of my life. Being Jewish is about more than religion. It's about a collective memory and a continuous history. It's a commitment to justice and helping Jews throughout the world. I am very proud to be Jewish.
I am a Jew because it is who I am. I take pride in our traditions, history, and vows that have been passed down through generations. Being Jewish means being part of a community. I'm proud of our commitment to justice, compassion, and learning. As a Jew, I believe in making the world a better place for everyone. It's not just a label, it's a guiding light in how I live my life and treat others.
Please rise as we return the Sefer Torah to the Ark.
Please be seated. Shabbat Shalom and welcome to our confirmation service. Thank you to our family, friends, and teachers for joining us as we reaffirm our commitment to living a Jewish life. This past year, we have learned about Jewish values, midot, anti-Semitism, Zionism, and Israel. We traveled to Washington, D.C. to participate in the Latakin Social Justice Seminar, where we lobbied our lawmakers and learned about Reform Judaism's position on social justice issues. The tragic events of October 7th in Israel have shifted our focus to Israel and our collective well-being, prompting deeper exploration into Israel, the ongoing conflict, conspiracy theories, and various forms of anti-Semitic rhetoric circulating on social media. Throughout tonight's service, our confirmation class will be leading our congregation in worship incorporating reflections of a year full of growth and learning. The lessons I've learned in my confirmation class allowed me to further think and discuss about important topics in my life. One of the main focuses of Judaism is a belief of freedom of beliefs. My Jewish journey started at a young age at Temple Beth Am, going from day school to religious school, Monday Night High, Bafti, and now confirmation. All these years helped me cement what it is really like to be a Jew. As a big takeaway, I learned that being a Jew is standing up for yourself and others when no one else is, and to be proud to be Jewish.
My confirmation year was eye-opening. I realized how important it is to stand up for Zionism, to support our homeland, and keep our identity strong. I learned how I can make a difference in social justice. It was super interesting to me to learn about what the Torah said about abortion. I am proud to be part of a people who have overcome hate through happiness and determination, and who continue to strive for justice and compassion in a complex world. Confirmation has shaped my identity as a Jew and influenced how I see the world. Come, let us sing joyfully to Adonai. With our hearts full of gratitude, let us come before God, lifting our voices in harmony. Please join us for the Leha Nerenena on page 12.
I am grateful to Temple Beth Am for giving me the opportunity to learn from my peers, educators, and the clergy. Being involved in BAFTI, the Torah Scholar Fellowship with Rabbi Barris, and confirmation have helped me gain a deep appreciation of my roots, learn how our lessons are rooted in the Torah and Talmud, and feel even prouder of who I have become. I strive to live by Judaism's teachings, and I am proud to be a part of the Jewish people. Am Yisrael Chai.
This year in confirmation, we explored many topics and enjoyed enriching experiences. One issue that particularly resonated with me was our in-depth discussion concerning the Jewish perspectives on abortion. This principle of pikuach nefesh, the principle of life, dictates that life overrides almost all other religious obligations. The value of pikuach nefesh is aligned with my individual convictions. Judaism's core principles and beliefs guide my life, bringing a sense of harmony to my spiritual journey. Let us welcome Shabbat with the music and song and transform this evening into a bride as we have done for hundreds of years. Lecha dodi likrat kala on page 20.
Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat lekabbalah Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat lekabbalah Lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat lekabbalah Lecha lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat lekabbalah Shamor v'zahor v'dibur echad Hishmi'anu el ha'echad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shem bo tiferet v'tili la 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 Lechadoti likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat lekabbalah Lecha lechadoti likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat lekabbalah Likrat Shabbat lehu v'nelcha Hichi or ha'berecha Merosh mikedem nesucha Sof ha'atem Shabbat tchila la 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 Lechadoti likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat lekabbalah Lecha lechadoti likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat lekabbalah
Please rise. Boi v'shalom ateret b'hana Gam b'simcha u'v'tzona Toch emuneh am segula Boi chala la 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 la
Lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat lekabbalah Lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat lekabbalah La 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 Lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat lekabbalah Lecha dodi likrat kala Panei panei Shabbat lekabbalah
Please be seated. My confirmation journey at Temple Beth Am helped to shape my understanding of myself as a Jewish teenager and my role in the world. Judaism instilled in me resilience, compassion, and the importance of community. It provides me a strong sense of identity and a strong foundation for my life. As I continue to navigate adolescence and beyond, I will carry with me the invaluable lessons learned this year.
This year, we explored new perspectives on social justice, Judaism, and the complicated relationships between anti-Semitism and Israel. During the Latakan trip to Washington, I realized that Judaism isn't just about beliefs, but is also about actively addressing injustice wherever and whenever. This realization motivated me to come upon meaningful opportunities to think about ways to make a noticeable difference in the world. I will continue to use what I learned to think more critically and contribute positively to society.
My year in confirmation led me on a path of self-exploration. My time spent at Litaken allowed me to delve deeper into the issues surrounding the hostages and the Jewish values that oppose such injustices. The Jewish value of Pidyon Shavuim is a religious duty to release a fellow Jew who was captured by criminals and terrorists. These teachings have influenced the way I think and behave, inspiring me to take an active role in causes that advance compassion and justice. During the trip in Washington, D.C., I lobbied a House of Representatives staff member and raised her awareness about the plight of the Israeli hostages in Gaza. Learning about the issue and writing the essay helped me gain greater knowledge on Jewish values and understanding that there is a deep emotional interconnection between my Jewish people and the captives, linking me even more to my religion. I carry the lessons from my confirmation year with me as I strive to live according to Jewish principles and make a positive impact on the world.
This is a particularly big Shabbat and weekend for the Eisenson family. Not only is Corey celebrating being part of our confirmation class, but tomorrow afternoon, Greg will be called to the Torah for the first time. So we'd like to invite Greg forward along with Mark and Sherry for the honor of kindling our Shabbat lights and sanctifying the Shabbat as holy with our Kiddush as we turn in our prayer books back to page 2.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kirishanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu le'adlik ner shel Shabbat.
We sanctify the Shabbat as holy on page 5 as Greg leads us in our Shabbat Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'ratavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon, hinhilanu, zikaron le'maaseh bereshit. Ki hu yom tehila lemikra hekodesh zeh letziat mitzrayim ki vanu vaharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim ve'shabbat kodshecha Behava uvratzon hinhaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen.
L'chaim and Mazel Tov to the Eisenson family. So many celebrations, and we're not done. Of course, our class will continue to lead the service, but I would like to invite Brian and Charlotte to the bima in honor of their upcoming marriage. So these two have been together, since Charlotte was in high school and Brian was in college, and guess what? Not only are we going to celebrate Alyssa Barron, but guess who also played basketball at Temple Beth Am years ago? Come on up, you guys. And guess who also had a confirmation and sat there and sang just like you? So nice to see you. Okay, come over here, you guys. Come. Okay. Kol sason v'kol simcha, a voice of joy and a voice of gladness. We rejoice with the two of you today on this Shabbat as you prepare to enter, I almost said the chuppah, but under the chuppah on top of the mountain in Steamboat Springs, a very tall chuppah for your upcoming marriage. May you know much joy and gladness throughout your years together, and strength and spirit for times of sorrow and hardship, We pray that your new home will be filled with delight and laughter and unending devotion for each other. May you build a home together, and may it be based on acts of goodness, and may you be blessed with happiness, love, and peace. Blessed are you, O God, for this opportunity to celebrate these two together. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, for all the joyful moments we share as a community and for the joy of this loving couple. And I will offer you the benediction of the priest. Now, I've done this for you at your bar mitzvah and at your confirmation, but now it's in the plural because it's for two of you. Yevarechechem v'yishmerechem, Ya'er Adonai panav elechem v'chunechem, Yisar Adonai panav elechem v'yasem lachem shalom. May God always bless you and keep both of you. May God's presence shine upon you and always be gracious to you. May God's presence be with you and giving you lives of peace and love and joy together, surrounded by a whole group of family and friends who are here together. And we say, Amen, and Mazel Tov.
Mazel Tov.
So one of our confirmands is not well tonight, and so I'm going to read just one of his parts because it's a special part for Rabbi Barris. So this is why I'll read it. Cooper Haller wrote in his words, Rabbi Barris taught me an important lesson during his sessions. He exposed us to important lessons about anti-Semitism on college campuses and throughout the world, as well as the origins of the anti-Zionism movement. Rabbi Barris taught us that even in the most serious of conversations, humor could play a vital role. It is important to laugh and smile even through the pain, which I think Rabbi Barris taught us well.
For me, anti-Semitism and Jewish values, both at temple and in life, have profoundly impacted my understanding of the world and my own identity, both Jewish and as a person. Learning about the history of discrimination and persecution faced by Jewish communities throughout time has been eye-opening and disheartening. It has made me more aware of the need to combat stereotypes, prejudice, and hate, and has reinforced the importance of advocating for social justice and equality for all, not just Jewish people. One thing I have learned in my journey this year and in all of my life is that even in modern times, anti-Semitism is still very present. This realization has made me more determined to stand up against injustice and to promote understanding and acceptance among different communities. It has also made me more conscious of the power of words and the need to challenge these stereotypes and misconceptions. Shabbat is now among us. It is now when each and every one of us looks for a Shabbat space and time for the soul. Please turn to page 28, and if you are able, please rise for the call to worship, the Baruch Hu.
Yalla lai lai lai, 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 yalla lai lai lai. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayers? Can you hear
Please be seated. I am a proud Jew because of the many people in my life who have guided me and helped me to learn in a meaningful way. I am grateful for the experiences coordinated by Tamara and her staff, such as going to Memphis to see the Civil Rights Museum and Slave Haven, and going to DC for the Latakan Social Justice Seminar, where I learned about important legislative issues and how to lobby. My parents and siblings have supported my Jewish learning at home through our conversations and Jewish practices. My Jewish experiences have taught me how to improve my life and that of others through education, acceptance, resilience, and community. I feel very fortunate to have the opportunity to deepen my knowledge and Jewish identity. I hope to lead and inspire other young people, Jews and non-Jews alike, who might not be as fortunate.
This year, I was exposed to Jewish teachings, texts, and people who shared ethics and values on contemporary issues. I learned a lot from Israeli soldiers who are now activists. They shared their experiences showing how Israeli society is complex and has many sides. They talked about the difficulties of dealing with conflicts, human rights, and trying to make a difference in the area. We also tackled social justice issues and learned that it's really important to talk about topics like reproductive rights carefully, without oversimplifying things or sticking to one narrow view. By considering different perspectives within Judaism and having open conversations, we can understand complex issues like IVF better and make more thoughtful decisions. The highest expression of love is giving. When we give something that we cherish to another person, we are giving more than an object. We are giving ourselves and our love. Let's sing together Avahat Olam on page 32, a prayer expressing God's love to the Jewish people.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל עמך אהבת תורה ומצוות חוקים ומשפטים אותנו לימדת על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ואורך ימינו ובהם נגן יומם ולילה יומם ולילה.
Blessed are you, O God, who loves your people Israel. My Jewish experience is a tapestry of tradition and learning, woven through 10 years of Sunday school and temple programming. It is a journey that, for me, starts with the name Yehudit Hana, passed down from great-grandmothers, and unfolds across continents and cultures. From the social justice lessons learned in Memphis to the ancient stones of Masada in Israel, where my bat mitzvah took place. It is a story enriched by the political engagement at Lataken in Washington, D.C., and the voices of 900 teens in Cordoba, Spain, with the Diller Fellowship. Each step, guided by family, teachers, and mentors, reaffirms a commitment to the Jewish people and the enduring values that define them. I have now reached this point where I confirm once again that I am now and always will be an important part of the story of our people, the Jewish people.
This year, we focused on what it means to be a Jew and how to articulate our Jewish identity. At Letaken, we were able to connect personally with other Jews from around the country and experience what issues they have seen or what intrigues them about being Jewish. I was surprised to hear that there were multiple acts of anti-Semitism all across the country, and it wasn't getting any better at the time. This changed my mindset on what was truly going on in the world, and it made me rethink how we should act to each other. I now truly understand what it means to be Jewish and how I am proud to be Jewish today and will be, even if other people are against it.
This year, I had the wonderful opportunity to learn from some of the best educators who helped me learn more about Judaism. We discussed the struggles of anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism, prompting profound reflections on the historical roots and contemporary implications of these forms of discrimination. As a result of these lectures and the experience of the Letaken seminar, I found myself inspired to translate my newfound knowledge into tangible action, advocating for positive change within my community and beyond. Ultimately, the lessons I learned throughout confirmation have profoundly shaped who I am today. I emerged from this experience with a heightened awareness of the prevalence of prejudice and discrimination in society, but also with a renewed sense of hope and determination to be a force for positive change. I will always remember what I have learned and will always apply this knowledge in the future. Listening, the Shema is considered the most essential declaration of faith. I invite you to rise and join us in the Shema on page 34, affirming God's singularity and sovereignty.
Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed.
You may be seated. I invite my brother, Greg Eisenson, to lead us in chanting the Ve'ahavta as he is celebrating his bar mitzvah weekend.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. ושינתם לבניך ודיברת בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלבתך בדרך ובשופך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך וחיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Adonai Elohechem Emet. Mazel Tov.
My Jewish pride came to me at a young age as I was the only Jew in my elementary school classes. Luckily, my classmates were keen to learn about my Jewish culture. I proudly share my Jewish identity with them. This year is very challenging for the Jewish community. The tragic attacks on October 7th changed our perspective. Despite heartless and violent acts, what stands out to me are the heroic stories and individuals fighting for peace. The lessons I've learned this year have given me a new perspective on the world around me. I've learned to express pride without risking harm, to share my truth without causing conflict, and to listen to all viewpoints. These lessons were particularly important due to the recent rise of anti-Semitism. However, the battle against anti-Semitism will be won through Jewish pride, resilience, and making a positive impact however we can. When I think of Judaism, I don't dwell on anti-Semitism and conflict. Instead, I think of my family, my pride, and ask myself, what can I do next?
Judaism is special to me because I can make it my own. If I am told how to be Jewish, I am immediately stripped of one of Reformed Judaism's focal points of having the autonomy to decide how I want to live as a Jew. So, from this year's confirmation, I have learned many things that I'll keep for the rest of my life. I learned important lessons about core values, distinguishing the right from the wrong, and understanding the influence of social media. By emphasizing the core value of family, it has become abundantly clear to me that they should always come first, regardless of the circumstances. Family forever and will always come first, as they will always be there for me and anyone else, before anyone else. Family is the root upon which I stem from and the base of my being. Thank you. Please join us in the Micha Mocha, the Song of Freedom, on page 40.
Standing at the sea, Micha Mocha, standing at the sea, Micha Mocha, standing at the sea, Micha Mocha, freedom's on our way. Singing and dancing, Micha Mocha, singing and dancing, Micha Mocha, singing and dancing, Micha Mocha, freedom's on our way.
Freedom, freedom,
freedom, freedom, freedom, freedom, freedom's on our way.
Going into confirmation, I expected to hear a lot of things I've heard before, like how we Jews live in a world full of anti-Semitism and how we have faced many struggles throughout history. Instead, I also learned a lot of new things, especially things about myself. The educators here at Temple Beth Am allowed me to focus on what a Jewish identity truly is, and how it's not only a religion one identifies with, but a vast complexity of practices, history, and values, all tied together that varies from person to person.
This past year of confirmation and Bafti and other events at Temple Beth Am has been filled with learning and knowledge about Judaism and about myself. In Bafti, I learned to be a responsible leader. The Letaken Social Justice Seminar was one of the best experiences of this year. There, I learned how to have an impact on my government and the world. But most recently, the Israeli soldier who came to our temple was extremely influential in my life. He showed me a first-hand experience of what the current situation in Israel is like. I think about this presentation often, and because of him, I have full confidence and hope that eventually there will be peace, and our Jewish tradition will be preserved. Hashkivenu is one of the most beloved prayers of the evening service. It goes back to ancient times when sleep was poorly understood. The sages believed that sleep was 1/60th of death. Thus, the custom developed of bedtime prayers.
Over the course of this year, there were many discussions and experiences that impacted me as a Jew and lessons that I learned that I will take with me as I grow older. On the Lataukan trip to Washington, I learned a lot about Jewish values. One part that really stood out for me was our visit to the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum. I saw a lot of photographs from the years of the Holocaust and got a good feel for how awful it really was. The most important lesson that I took away from it was that nothing like this should ever happen again to any group of people, and I need to do my part to contribute to that belief. Please join us in our interpretation of the Hashkivenu on page 42.
Sometimes I lay under the moon and I thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon. I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Oh, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leShalom, Ahamideinu Shomreinu Ephraim.
Throughout my confirmation year at Temple Beth Am, I explored diverse topics and developed valuable insights about anti-Semitism, anti-Zionism, Jewish values, and social justice issues. We studied Judaism's perspective on when life begins that prompted me to comprehend ethical dilemmas and moral complexities with a nuance I had never previously considered. I was provided with a deeper historical context into the world's view on Jews, as well as a broader understanding on the many conflicts and political tensions in the Middle East. My experience as a confirmand both increased my knowledge base and helped me grow as a Jewish individual.
In the heart of our Jewish community lies a profound commitment to embracing our faith's values of inclusivity, compassion, and resilience. As a member and lifelong student at Temple Beth Am, my journey has been one of self-discovery and a deepening connection to these core principles. My mom made me start religious school when I started kindergarten, even though the other kids didn't start Sunday Tefillah until 2nd or even 3rd grade. Every weekend, I remember being the little guy singing Freedom up on the beam. Over time, the commitment of participating in our temple's community became less of an obligation and more of a reward. Okay, maybe I didn't always like to come, but I showed up, and I am a better man for it. I've developed lifelong friendships and a deepening connection with my faith. Central to my confirmation experience has been my dedication to serving others through my studies, Tikkun Olam at our temple, my service organization, and my everyday life. In addition, my commitment to combating anti-Semitism has never been stronger. If I don't care, how can I expect anyone else to care? In a world where hate and prejudice are on the rise, it is upon me to stand up against injustice and wrongdoing, to use my authentic passion and voice to be a leader who is committed to listening and hearing, as I am to advocating and speaking. Through my education and active engagement, I strive to raise awareness and resilience about the realities of anti-Semitism and work towards creating a more tolerant and accepting society. I have always been a community builder with my peers and adults, and I will continue to rely on these skills as I continue my learning and leadership journey at Beth Am and in the world. I would like to thank the clergy and educators who are part of making me into the person I am today. I'm committed to continuing my journey of learning, service, and compassion for all my years to come. If you are able, please rise for the Amidah on page 46.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agite hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, ve'Koneh Hakol, ve'Zocher Hasdei Avot ve'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei Bneihem Leman Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mehayeh HaKol Ra Le'Hoshia Morid Hatam, Mehakel Hayim Behesed, Mehayeh Hakol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Novim Verofe Holim, Umatir Asurim, Umekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Mihamo Habal Kivurot, Umido Melah, Melech Memit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah le'ahayot ha'akol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh ha'akol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, U'kodoshim b'chol yom b'halu ha'selah. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Please be seated.
This year during confirmation class, I learned that actions can really influence others and that standing up for what is right is a part of my identity as a Jewish person. I learned to be more vocal in my community. For example, when I see someone being treated unfairly, I feel more confident to speak up because I understand it's important to fight for justice. One thing that really surprised me was learning about anti-Semitism and propaganda. Before these classes, I didn't really understand how much history and pain are behind the discrimination and false information spread about Jewish people. It made me more aware of the kind of information I listen to and share with others. Now I try to be more careful and think critically about things I hear and read, especially on social media. Although I'm still figuring out who I am and what being Jewish truly means to me, I know that I am proud to be a part of a special community that cares about each other and strives to make the world a better and more peaceful place.
One of the most impactful sessions during confirmation this year was discussing anti-Semitism and anti-Zionism. This session challenged me to think critically about the current global and local climates that Jews face. It was disturbing, yet vital to understand the difference between legitimate criticism of Israeli policies and outright anti-Semitism or anti-Zionism sentiments that often go against political statements. This knowledge has also made me thorough in my engagements with diverse viewpoints and has encouraged me to seek a deeper understanding and knowledge of the current issues in the world. My identity as a Jewish person has become stronger, and I'm grateful to learn from my rabbis and educators. We continue with the Retzeh on page 56.
Tefilatam be'ahava tekabel. Tefilatam be'ahava tekabel. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu be'amcha Yisrael. Adonai Eloheinu be'amcha Yisrael. Utehila ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha. Utehila ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu be'amcha Yisrael. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu be'amcha Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai hamachazir shechinato letzion.
Throughout the confirmation year, I was surprised to discover that I do feel connected to my Jewish identity and realize how important my confirmation education has been. At the beginning of the year, I dreaded going to Monday Night High, but soon I began to enjoy it. Through the bonds I made on the trip to DC, to topics discussed at the weekly meetings, I realized that my Jewish heritage is not just a part of who I am, but also a source of pride and helps give me a sense of my Jewish identity. The lessons I learned have made me more aware to social justice, anti-Semitism, and just about being a Jew in the modern world. Moving forward, I plan to uphold my Jewish values in all aspects of my life. We continue praying silently.
Shalom in Roma, Uya Aseh, Shalom Aleinu. Say Shalom in Roma, Uya Aseh, Shalom Aleinu. Say Shalom in Roma, Uya Aseh, Shalom Aleinu. Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'am kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu ve'am kol Yisrael. Shalom b'mroma.
Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'Yachol Yisrael.
Barron team high 14 points on the night. We'll see how it plays out as Katie Allen inbounds to Barron. Barron with the ball. Final 5 seconds. Barron goes to her right side. She turns around. Barron for three! Yes! Yes! Alyssa Barron at the buzzer! Barron wins it for the Quakers! 49-48 here at the Palestra. Alyssa Barron sends Penn into the Final Four for the WBI.
Are you not impressed? It's not because it's confirmation tonight that we chose this Shabbat to honor Alyssa Barron. We didn't want to take anything away from our incredible confirmation class, and we thought not only would this not take away from them, but hopefully it would help to inspire them. But also, because Alyssa lives in Israel, and this is like the only week we could get her, we thought this would be the perfect time. This is something that I've wanted to do to honor Alyssa for everything that she's accomplished for a long time. But over the past year, when I saw that she had made it to represent Israel's national team in the Euro Cup and play for Israel's national team all over the world, the pride that I had spoke to me on a very deep and profound level, and decided that this would be the absolute perfect moment. Alyssa Barron started coming to the Beth Am gym when she was in kindergarten, and she would watch tryouts as her older sister and brother played in the league. Her parents coached her and were league commissioners, and Alyssa would be in the gym every night of tryouts, running after loose balls and helping rebound for the older kids as they went about their tryouts. She was very excited when she finally got to 4th grade and could try out. Her first coaches were her mom and her older sister. She won a number of Beth Am championships, quickly skipping into older leagues and then playing and winning in the boys' leagues. At age 13, she played on the Miami Maccabi 16 and under team, leading her undefeated team to a gold medal, beating Israel in the final, and then also winning gold again the following 2 years. She started on the Gulliver varsity as an 8th grader, with her team advancing to the state Final Four. At Gulliver, she scored over 2,000 points and was twice named the Miami Herald Miami-Dade County Player of the Year. In addition to basketball at Gulliver, she started on the track team, placing in the state finals in the 400 and helping set a school record in the 4x800 relay. Gulliver inducted her into the Gulliver Hall of Fame. She received numerous college scholarships for basketball and track, and chose the University of Pennsylvania for their Israel advocacy program. Just kidding. When she arrived at Penn, they were coming off a 2-26 season. She led the largest turnaround in program history, becoming the first freshman to lead the Ivy League in scoring, was named Ivy and Big Five Freshman of the Year, which she did again as a sophomore. After her junior year, she played on the U.S. national team in the Maccabi games in Israel, leading her team to a gold medal, beating Israel in the finals. Her senior year, she led Penn to the Ivy League championship. She made all conference and all Big Five teams on multiple occasions and was Player of the Year as a senior in the Ivy League and Big Five. Her senior season, she was named Mid-Major All-American. She scored over 1,800 points at Penn, second most in school history, and top 10 in Ivy history when she graduated. She was named All-American Ivy twice and Academic Athlete of the Year by the Philadelphia Inquirer. She became the youngest player named a Legend of the Ivy League a year after her graduation. And this year, she will be honored at Penn in September and inducted into the Penn Hall of Fame in her very first year of eligibility. After college, she decided to play professionally and signed a contract to play in the Israeli Professional League. She's played 9 seasons in Israel, playing in Israel and in the Euro Cup League, playing in about a dozen European countries. She's been a part of 3 Israeli championship teams, won 2 Israeli state cups, a finals MVP, has been named as an all-league first-team player and a defensive player of the year. Over the last few years, she's been a member of the Israeli national basketball team, competing in the European Championships and attempting to qualify for the Olympic Games. She's led the national team in scoring and been a top player in the Israeli national 3x3 team. Here's a couple more highlights of Alyssa playing for Israel's national team. For the last 23 years as a rabbi, I've been explaining to B'nai Mitzvah students that they needed to come to Hebrew school and not go to their basketball practice because there was no way that they would ever become professional. I still believe that in virtually every case. Over 50 years ago, a few members of Temple Beth Am met with Rabbi Baumgard and told him that they thought having a basketball league here at Temple Beth Am would be good for engagement and good for our students. When I first came here, I thought it was a little much that people were more interested in basketball than virtually anything else that goes on here. Then my kids started playing basketball, and it took over my life, and it's a lot. But the basketball league has become part and parcel of Temple Beth Am, who we are, how we outreach and engage the community outside of our walls, how we teach our kids teamwork and sportsmanship. In the 50 years that we're celebrating this year, our 50th anniversary after 50 years of the Temple Beth Am League, Temple Beth Am has never bestowed the honor upon someone where their jersey was been retired and they've been honored into our Hall of Fame. When I saw Israel, the Israel jersey on Alyssa Barron, after knowing for a couple years that this was the thing that we should do, we decided that tonight was the night to officially retire Alyssa Barron's number here at Temple Beth Am. After the service, for any of you who would like to join us, we're going to go into the gym and officially unveil her retired jersey on the wall of our new athletic complex, the Poyastro Athletic Complex in the hub. In the meantime, it is a great honor now to bestow the first ever retired jersey here at Temple Beth Am to our own Alyssa Barron. Pass it out.
I have a little helper here. She volunteered in case I needed some help, so here she is. This is my niece Maya, who goes to school here. Thank you, Rabbi Barris. Without you, none of this would have been possible, and this is truly a special moment for me, so thank you. Before I start, I have a question. Who here has played or has children or grandchildren that have played Beth Am basketball? A lot of them, all right. Well, for me, this is truly a full circle moment. Growing up, Beth Am basketball was one of the highlights of my childhood. Because my mom and dad used to run the league, like the rabbi said, I pretty much lived in that gym. Not this gym here, it was 2 gyms ago. And running down rebounds on tryout night, passing to the older kids, and watching my brother and sister play was, again, one of the highlights of my childhood. My parents would basically have to drag me out of the gym, practically in tears because I couldn't get enough of it. And it pretty much makes sense because I still have that same passion for the game that I do now. And when I got to the 4th grade, it was finally my turn to try out. I couldn't have been more excited, getting to dribble full court, do those 2 layups and those 2 jump shots. I mean, what more for a kid? But to be on a team with my friends, to have my mom be my coach, my sister was the assistant coach when I played, it was truly special and nothing made me happier. My first game, my brother said I spent more time on the floor than on my feet. I had so much adrenaline, it was like letting the Tasmanian devil loose. Needless to say, I only improved from there. I think the long video there showed that. And I was able to play, like the rabbi said, in the boys' league, in older age groups, and just as competitive as I was, that's all I wanted to do was play basketball. And the best part about basketball at Beth Am wasn't winning the championships, it was doing it with my friends, making new friends, and having my mom be my coach for 5 years. Creating countless memories that I still look back on and laugh with my friends these days. Beth Am basketball was a stepping stone to my success at Gulliver, at the University of Pennsylvania, and to my professional career in Israel over 9 seasons, and to playing on the national team, traveling all around Europe competing. Playing in Israel has had its challenges, as I'm sure you can imagine, but it has become my second home. I have played on 5 different teams, lived in 7 different cities in Israel, made so many friends that have welcomed me into their home as family, and won multiple championships. Most recently, this past February, I played on the national team after the games were postponed due to the war, and it was the most emotional experience I had playing on the national team. And when it was time to play, we faced 2 very different sides of the same coin. Our first opponent was Ireland. And against Ireland, we were met with blatant anti-Semitism and unsportsmanlike behavior. They originally wanted to boycott the game, but would have been faced with heavy fines and punishments from FIBA. So instead, they refused to shake our hands before and after the game, exchange gifts, and they would not stand on the court for the playing of the national anthem. We knew beforehand this was going to happen, but experience it was really gut-punching. But as Israelis do, we showed fight and resilience. We sang the tikva louder, and we kicked their butts by 40 points. Two nights later, we played our host Latvia, who couldn't have been more united with us. They stood with us for our national anthem, and while they sang their anthem, they wore necklaces saying, "Bring them home." It's more important now than ever to stand with Israel and to embrace your Jewish community. After October 7th in Israel, there was a lot of uncertainty with what would happen with our basketball season. Who could think about playing basketball after what had happened? But slowly things started to normalize as much as possible, and the power of sports showed. Kids, adults everywhere wanted an outlet, somewhere to briefly escape what was going on there, and that's what basketball was. So we started to play again, and at the end of the season, it was a lot sweeter than how it started. The club I played for in Jerusalem took home its first Israeli Cup, and we made it to the finals and finished runner-up in the first season ever in the Division I. I'm pretty lucky to say that my job is to play basketball. It seems so simple, but it involved moving halfway across the world, countless hours of basketball training, weightlifting, physical therapy after multiple surgeries, and constant care of both body and mind. But I would choose this job 1,000 times over, and I'm so grateful for this journey that has started here so long ago. And I'm thankful to all my teammates and coaches that I've had over the years, starting with my first coach ever, my mom, and most recently my latest coach, my wife. Without my family, none of this would be possible. My mom and dad, who paved the way for my dreams, providing me with the tools to succeed. The schools, the private lessons, the hours and hours of rebounding and passing to me in the gym and outside. You have shaped my skills on the court, but more importantly, my character off of it. My brother Matthew and my sister Jessica, who led the way by example, showing me how to pursue sports and how to show dedication. Thank you to my wife, my best friend Limor, who's always by my side, for your love and encouragement, your patience, and your unwavering belief in me. I said I wouldn't cry. And thank you to my son Liam, who stays up way past his bedtime to cheer on mommy at her games, and who always brings a smile to my face no matter if I come home with a win or a loss. Coming home to the two of you is the best part of my day, and being a mom is definitely my biggest accomplishment. Last but not least, thank you to Bethlehem Basketball, because without Bethlehem Basketball, I don't know if I would be where I am today, so I have that to thank. And Shabbat Shalom.
That's perfect. This is so great. I love that. So again, ladies and gentlemen, as soon as the service is over, and even for everyone who's going for the confirmation dinner, if you'd like to join us in the, and I hope you will, join us in the gym, in the hub. We're going to have a quick L'chaim Shehechianu moment as we unveil the number on the wall, and it should be very exciting. Mazel tov, Alyssa, you inspire all of us, and we're so proud of you.
I guess there is a reason why we call this place the house of the people. We have religion, we have sports, we have entertainment. This is it. This is it. Today, our confirmations celebrate a year-long journey of Jewish learning. Confirmation is an opportunity for our teens to stand together in solidarity, each according to who they are. It is an invitation to continue learning and growing spiritually. The Torah was written thousands of years ago, yet every story, every character in it is still relevant today. Jews has passed the Torah and its teaching from one generation to another, לדור ודור. Today, we are asking one representative of each generation and one classmate of each grade in high school to proudly accept and receive the Torah as they each recognize that Judaism, with its customs, rituals, and communal experiences, elevates their life and bring meaning and purpose. We invite Rosalind Rimland as a grandparent. We're going to make a line in here. Jody Mazer as representative of the parents. Cameron Gazin as senior high school. Sophie Goldner as junior high school. Jacob Phillips as representative of the confirmation class. Kyla Sherry as 9th grade high school. And Greg Eisenson as they all become a link in the Jewish chain. Please rise as we take the Torah from the ark. Okay, you can turn. Start.
I hold the Torah and say, I have proudly accepted the Torah and inculcated it to my daughter and my grandchildren. The Torah has given me a moral compass to lead a life of goodness and honor. On behalf of the Dor HaZahav, the generation of the grandparents, I charge our children to accept the Torah and its teachings, Lador Vador, from generation to generation.
Yes. This is the Torah I accepted here at Temple Beth Am decades ago when I got confirmed in front of this congregation. I take pride in continuing this tradition and seeing our children on the Bima today, Lador Vador, from generation to generation.
On behalf of my senior class, I accept the teachings of the Torah as I embark on a new journey away from home. I promise to continue my Jewish engagement in college and beyond, Lador Vador, from generation to generation.
On behalf of my junior class, I accept this Torah and reaffirm the commitment to Judaism beyond confirmation. I am involved and will continue participating in the Temple Beth Am youth programs, where I constantly live and learn Torah, Lador Vador, from generation to generation.
On behalf of the confirmation class, I proudly accept the teachings of the Torah and reaffirm the commitment to Judaism and the Jewish people. I believe Judaism is a lifelong learning, and I charge my confirmation class to continue being involved in Jewish and Israeli programs and organizations, Lador Vador, from generation to generation.
On behalf of my 9th grade class, I accept this Torah and commit to participate in the 5785 confirmation class. Learning with our teachers and clergy, wrestling with life's big questions, and strengthening my connection to Israel, the Jewish people, and our traditions, Lador Vador, from generation to generation.
This weekend, I will become a bar-mitzvah like my brother and my parents have done before. As a link in the Jewish chain, I accept the Torah and commit to continue my Jewish journey, engaging in ongoing learning, seeking wisdom, and strengthening my Jewish identity, Lador Vador, from generation to generation.
we are blessings, we are history in song. We are hope and we are healing. We are learning to be strong. We are words and we are stories. We are pictures of the past. We are carriers of wisdom, not the first and not the last. L'tor vador nagigolecha. L'tor vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. L'tor vador, these lips will praise your name.
On this special Shabbat, as we celebrate this incredible confirmation class, we want to recognize these teens with confirmation certificate and gift. Our confirmation has studied all year with our clergy to deepen their knowledge and connect to Judaism. We'll now call each of our confirmands up to receive their gifts and blessing from the clergy. It's an honor for us to bless each and every member of the class in front of the Torahs with the ark is open. We invite you to remain standing the entire time as the ark is open. However, if you feel you need to be seated, please feel free to sit as well.
I'll start calling. Okay. Zachary Cohen. Ilana Damsky. Sophia Davis. Corey Eisenson. Oliver Friedland. Sammy Goldner. Andy Gassin. Ava Hellman. My first. Gabriel Corsenti. Mazal tov. Lucas Levy. Yitzhak Mashav. Miles Messenger. Danny Mazer. Patrick Mizrahi. Logan Mondell. Adam Ulster. Jared Ulster. Jacob Phillips. Jocelyn Rimland. Zach Schatzman. Zach or Zachary? Sarah Shapiro. Julia Sherry. אחרון חביב, לאו סניידר.
We're going to close the ark and ask you to please be seated.
Confirmation class. So what a beautiful evening, and how wonderful it is to bless you and to see the men and women that you are growing into. And part of their learning and part of recognizing their place in the community is that they too are able to offer blessings and be a part of all of us, and to learn that it's important to connect with each other. And so at this time, we offer Amisha Barak a prayer for healing, for those who need a healing of the spirit, a healing of the body, for those who are suffering from addiction and needs God's perseverance and fortitude, for all those we take into our hearts and love and care about. Our class is specifically thinking of Cooper, who is unable to be here tonight, and we wish that God grants him a full and speedy recovery. And you get to call out one time. 1, 2, 3. There we go. If you are thinking of a loved one and you would like to share their name, please call their name out all together. 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh HaCholim. Blessed are you, Adonai, healer of the sick. Amen.
מי שברך אבותינו מקור הברכה אמותינו. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. מי שברך אמותינו מקור הברכה לאבותינו. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. We are about to count the Omer this evening, which can be found on page 253 in your prayer book. And we are getting very close to receiving Torah. Please see your program this evening for our amazing Shavuot program with a cooking competition and learning from our clergy. We hope you will join us for that. But tonight, we will look at the spiritual journey, reflecting on our own experiences this past year as we sing the blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sefirat ha'omer hayom tisha v'loshim yom shehem chamisha shavuot ve'arba'a yamim la'omer. Today is 39 days, which is 5 weeks and 4 days of the Omer.
Amen. And as we said, a blessing for the Omer and a blessing for healing, we now invite the parents of our confirmands to join us on the bima and to offer a blessing and a congratulation, blessing and hug to their children. So please join us now. You're going to put your books down and you're going to stand up. Books down and stand up and find a relative coming to hug and kiss you.
Okay, no, right here. Looking back on a journey that we carry in our heart, from the shadow of the mountain to the waters that would part. We are blessed, we are holy, we are children of your way, and the words that bring us meaning, may we have the strength to say, Ledor vador nagi golecha, Ledor vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Ledor vador, these lips will praise your name. Ledor vador nagi golecha, Ledor vador, we protect this chain from generation to generation. Ledor vador, these lips will praise your name.
We are continuing with the Aleinu, page 282. If you're comfortable to do so, please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה להוציא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגוער עלינו כהמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Thank you, everybody. Parents, you can return to your seats. Kids back in your place. Thank you, everybody. You may be seated. I mentioned to our students before the service, I said, this is always my favorite service of the year. And I know that you all agree with me. Why? To see everybody taking their place and sharing their words and their souls about who they are. And even at this wonderful time of sharing the growth of body and soul of our young people and their commitment, their ongoing commitment to the Jewish people and to our synagogue and our community, it is at this time, this most joyous time, that we're also remembering those who have come before us, our loved ones. It is our tradition here at Temple Beth Am that before the mourner's Kaddish, if you hear your loved one's name, please rise and stay standing through the Kaddish. Tonight, our congregation is saying Kaddish for William Bill S. Egenbaum, Joyce Hessel Mackler Fisher, Enrique J. Zadoff, Joel Kaplan. We're thinking of those we love who have passed in the last 30 days. Ella Riley Adler, Lenore Raven, Donald Cecil McLemore, Sol Victoria Amar Del Benhamu, Ruth Apfelbaum, Florence Rude, Jerry Benjis. Remembering our loved ones who have passed during the last year. Michael Arnold, Joan Axler, Chaim Aklepi, Patricia Barrett, Peter Bass, Constance Miller Bennett, Barbara Bronfman, June Elizabeth Brown, Bernard Eckstein, Herbert Fink, Lawrence Larry Stewart Foreman, Tina Forster, David Frankel, Anne Friedlander, Zvika Golod, Glenn Goldberg, Dr. Warren Janowitz, Howard Kleinberg, Sandra Sandy Kramer, Ellen Ellie Levine, Reba Eskowitz Maggots, Asuka Mashav, Salman Pinkert, Elisa Poyastro, Karen Michelle Solomon, Dr. David Saracen, Anna Sheldon, Michael Schellist, Michelle Hope Sherry, David Sokol, Max Spiegelman, Ilya Stolyar, Berta Topel, Irene Trupkin, Dr. Florence Oren Wexberg, Joan Wolfe, Burton Young, Daniel Salzberg, Verna B. Steinberg. We honor the memories of those who have passed at this season in years past. David Brody, Adolph Brown, Irving Cowan, Elaine Ehrenkrantz, Frida Eisenberg, Martin Howard Feil, Herman Friedlander, Louis Sidney Halbrick, David Hellman, Harriet Lazare, Gary Sandro, John Sandro, Abe Savitz, Sylvia Savitz, Carrie Lewis Trupkin. Is there anyone else observing a yurt site this evening and would like to share their loved one's name? We join together as a community. We turn to page 294 and join in the mourner's Kaddish.
Yitgadal v'kadash shemei rabba, be'alma divra hirute ve'amlich malhute, be'hayechon uvyomechon uvhaye zechol be'Yisrael, ba'gala uzman karim be'emru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach le'olam ulamei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yinaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudusha b'richu. Le'ela mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, da'amiram be'amad v'imru amen. Yehi shalom rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the one who causes peace to reign in the high heavens, let peace descend on us, on all Israel and all the world, and may God comfort all who are bereaved among us. And together we say, Amen. You may be seated.
I want to remind everyone once again that immediately following the service, our confirmation dinner is right here in the social hall, but for whoever would like to join us as we go to the ceremony over in the gym to unveil our first ever retired number, we hope that you'll join us. It'll be very quick l'chaim, free champagne. So please come over and join us. And for anyone who's here that's under the age of 21, you have an opportunity to join in our foul shooting contest for a chance to win a pretty incredible prize. We have a bunch of them. So any kids who want to come be part of the free throw shootout, you should come over with us. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you can win a very special prize that Alyssa brought all the way from Israel. We think you're going to like it. Finally, one last announcement before we conclude with our final song. You know, this day, May 31st, for me personally, is a very special day. 22 years ago today, on May 31st, I was ordained as a rabbi in Cincinnati, Ohio. Normally, it's 22. Normally, that wouldn't be something that is such a interesting number, but it just so happens that on this very same day, May 31st, 4 years after that, my daughter Ella was born, and today she's celebrating her 18th birthday. and she's here. So I hope you'll give her a hard time. She's in the back there. There are still in her dorm room some naming opportunities. So if you'd like to contribute in any way. Roll wave. All right. Go Tulane. All right. We're going. One last time, I want to say Mazel Tov not only to these incredible students here, but all of your families for your commitment to their Jewish education, to their continuing Jewish journey, and for all of the sacrifices you have made for them to reach this point and to become confirmation. It's a very big deal. We're incredibly proud of them, and we can't wait to see where they're going to go next. Our confirmation class is going to lead us in our final song as we close with Israel's national anthem, the Hatikva, as we rise and face the Israeli flag.
Kolot balevan pe'nima, nefesh Yehudi homiya, ulfatei mizrach kadima, ein lezion Sophia, Olov tikvateinu, hatikva בת שנות 40, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים, להיות עם חופשי בארצנו, ארץ ציון וירושלים.
Can we thank Miles for his incredible clarinet playing today? And all our musicians, of course.
Thank you to Tamara Donenfeld, to Sharon Levy, to everyone who helped make tonight possible. One more time, Mazel Tov for our confirmation class. We invite you to turn to your neighbor and wish them Shabbat Shalom. All right, Mazel Tov. That's the way to do it. All right, let's party.